Hi, I'm Florida and I can't read.
How are you going to read the book?
Well, I wrote my own.
And you can read that?
Yeah, of course.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's not in English, dummy.
So what's it in?
Floridian.
Oh my god.
Anyway, this is The Night Before Christmas in Florida by Ben Brainerd. It's not a book yet, but who knows? 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the state, it didn't feel like it, 'cause it was still 88. Stockings were hung by the fireplace for show, because chimneys, like basements, are just a no-go. The children wore sweaters for the first time all year. The snowbirds that saw them yelled, "Now you listen here. All you kids from the South don't know a cold season." But the kids shouted back for one simple reason: agreeing with a Yankee is practically treason. But at least I can drive, so let's call it even. The old folks got in their golf carts all hurt, and the kids called in a silver alert. They weren't their grandparents, and they probably weren't lost, but it was a good laugh, and at zero cost. In the state of Florida, there's one thing to know: we may be the South, but it seldom does show. If you want to be Southern hospitality'd, just remember, Florida boys are a much different breed. If you want Christmas in Florida, well, you better beware, 'cause you gotta drive through Bithlo if you want to get there. Your holiday time is better spent, of course, in Magic Kingdom or a grand Disney resort. No matter where you do choose to stay, you still will be found by Santa's big sleigh, with the gators, flamingos, palm trees, or north into Jacksonville, where the Jaguars are still bad at sports. Some people say that Santa is led by 8 magic deer plus 1 glowing red. But that's not the truth. Do not be misled. He's led by 8 big manatees instead. He looks at his sea cows and calls them by name. Now Allie, now Gator, now Semi and Noel. On Hurry, on Kane, on Rocky, Nitro. From Pensacola to Crestview, Niceville and Destin, he's gotta be quick. PCB ain't for restin'. In the Panhandle he spends a very small time, as he can't wait to leave Tallahassee behind. Over I-10 he soars with delight, because it's not I-4, and that's quite alright. He was making good time down the East Coast indeed, and laughed at Daytona, the birthplace of speed. "I am speed," he said with a small stifled snicker, then dropped in a stocking a brand new Salt Life sticker. He stopped in Orlando and shook out his hair, all the salt that crept in from the East Ocean air. He landed at Epcot and let out a sigh. "It's a lot bigger than this, but nice try there, mouse guy." Onward toward Tampa, barely stopping in Polk. Not that it's bad, but there's hardly no folk. The fresh scent of citrus carried up and unfurled as Santa passed orange groves and Dinosaur World. Yeah, Dinosaur World is in Polk County, like near Lakeland. What? Now landing in Tampa, the home of the Rays, the Lightning and Bucks, it's a much bigger place than you think of when you think of the Bay, but it ain't all that bad if you're looking to stay. Just stay out of Ybor, where the naughty kids play. Now down the west coast into Cape Coral then, Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. They call it Cape Coma, Santa said with a smile, and wondered if he could just nap for a while. He soared over sugar canes down through the Everglades. He wished he had an airboat to see just where the gators laid. But he still had his job to do. He stopped down in Key West and then up to Miami, where they still remembered 72. He started in South Beach and then flew up to Hialeah, Hollywood, Boca. This night's almost through. He stopped quick in Wynwood to see all the art and then turned to the north, ready to start his last leg of Florida before he departs. Up into West Palm, Port St. Lucie, and then Palm Bay, Melbourne. It's almost the end. He had the idea that he does every year since 1969 when the skies are all clear. He stops last in Canaveral and tries to beguile to get a nice shuttle and fly home, Florida style. Loud and obnoxious and awfully bright, he waved from the shuttle and tried to hold on tight. and yelled o'er the roar while still just in sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That was The Night Before Christmas in Florida by Ben Brainerd. Maybe you can buy it on Amazon at some point. I don't know. Merry Christmas or whatever.